Good morning, Bhargav. It's Monday, the 27th of February. Here's the heads up briefing for today. For the Southeast Asia production, we covered 17 issues. North Asia, we covered 5. And for the Australasia and Pacific Islands, we covered 8. In South Asia, we covered 20 issues plus the major issues in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions.
Hey there. So, which are the major issues across the region, though?
Right. So in Papua New Guinea, the 3 remaining hostages, including a foreigner, were freed after authorities in Port Moresby paid an undisclosed um, ransom to the kidnappers. Now, this will likely motivate more such kidnapping attempts, and there could be some sort of action from the authorities.
All right. So, do you see any major follow-up action from either sides, especially from the government? Will they actually come through with their planned reprisals?
I think they will try, yes. They will try operations in the Hila province, and that could get violent also because there's a lot of criminality and insecurity in the Papua New Guinea Islands.
All right.
Right. In Indonesia, the governor of East Nusa Tenggara said that 30 to 40 large factories will be established along the economic zone between Indonesia and Timor-Leste.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Timor-Leste government approved a draft resolution to open 7 areas for mining activities.
All right. That's something to watch out, especially from the resource sector standpoint.
Yep. In Myanmar, anti-government activists have called on citizens to boycott the Thai oil and gas company and its exploration arm in Myanmar.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, if the political scuffle between the military and the activists are going strong, it has affected the mainstream businesses in Myanmar. I mean, that's probably the only lifeline the government has in terms of taxes and revenue. So we'll have to see how this unfolds in the medium to long term. It's all well and good to call for boycotts. Then who's going to pay the bills?
Yeah, that's fair. Lastly, Bhargav, in Thailand, according to sources, at least 30 MPs from various parties, including the Palang Pracharat Party and the Democrat Party, are expected to join the United Thai Nation Party. So politicking is pretty much in full swing ahead of the expected dissolution of the House in March, following which elections will be held at the start of May.
All right. Uday will have to keep a close eye on how the political spectrum shifts either ways before the elections. So we'll see how this unfolds.
Yeah. Moving over to South Asia, Bhargav. At least
Yes.
20 people were injured in Sri Lanka after a police crackdown on an anti-government protest in Colombo. Now this comes after authorities have delayed the local elections.
Do they have enough justification to delay the elections? If my information is right, there is new brewing issues with the balance of payments and foreign exchange. Have they used that as a pretext, or
They
it is plain and simple politicking?
they have used the country's economic situation as the pretext, but I mean they did spend a lot recently for Independence Day, and there is definitely an angle of politicking in this because some of the ruling parties are concerned about their positions because this will be the first test for them after
Yes.
the events of last year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Their political stance will be questioned now. So we'll see how the entire protest scenario evolves.
Right. In Pakistan, we had multiple terror attacks in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa over the weekend. There's also been some arrests in Punjab. So more of the same over there, worsening situation.
All right.
In India, state elections will take place in Meghalaya and Nagaland today.
Okay, so this will be quite crucial for the ruling BJP party, which is in power in the center. and their traction in the Northeast after all the drama they did in the last 2 years will be tested. So we'll see how this evolves.
Right. Meanwhile, in Nepal, another party withdrew from the ruling alliance. This comes about a week or 2 weeks after another key party had come out of the alliance. So, it doesn't look good for the new government at this moment, and the presidential elections will come up, but it remains to be seen whether this government will see its term through. Right now, it's unlikely.
There seems to be no end to the ruling coalition scuffle within, let alone the opposition party. So I'm not too sure how, with how the economy will progress without a stable government at the center. So they will have to watch out for the rebels if they start acting up after coming out of the ruling coalition. So it's going to be trouble for businesses, especially in some of the far-reaching areas.
Right. Lastly, Bhargav, for the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region, Russia stopped oil supplies to Poland via the Druzhba pipeline after Poland delivered its first tanks to Ukraine. Poland said it was prepared for the cut in supplies and that only 10% of crude oil was coming from Russia at this point.
All right.
And lastly, thousands of people protested in Lisbon, Portugal, on Saturday against the cost of living crisis.
Okay.
That's the heads up brief for today, Bhargav. Anything else from you?
Thank you for the brief for that. That was great. Nothing from my end.
Thanks.